Hello everyone, it's Dan back again, and today I'll be going through an updated look at my collection. I have picked up quite a number of things since my first video on this channel, which was my original collection video, and I thought this would be a good excuse just to go through and have a detailed look at everything that I have here. Mostly because it's interesting to me anyway, just to have a chance to review all of my purchases, and also I'm hoping other people will find it interesting as well. So we've got quite a lot of things here in front of me. Some things that you may have seen in previous videos, some things you won't have, but the majority I have shown off at some point. So this is just a good excuse to review it all in one go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a quick overview of everything that's here, move it all out the way, and then we can have a look at each item in detail. So to start with, the very first thing in front of us is my bulk box, or my old bulk box. This actually contains cards from Great Legend and the Starter Deck bulk and some other bits and bobs. So this is the old Yu-Gi-Oh box that I fashioned into a Digimon box. So we'll go through some of these in a little bit, but that's my Great Legend bulk, and that's my cat. So don't mind if she purrs away while we go through all of this. So the next thing is the Tamer's Evolution box. Let's move this back over here. So first of all, just to show off as well, the memory gauge that came with the Tamer Evolution box. So this one's actually really nice. I keep it in its packaging. So that came with the box. But the Tamer's Evolution box itself, in the box is some more bulk. So we've got the first three sets, or I guess version 1.0 and 1.5, BT 1 to 3. My bulk is in here, so we will go through that shortly. Underneath all of that, you'll see this playmat, which you will have seen as a backdrop in my previous videos. So this came in the Tamer box as well, and it's a really nice playmat. Really love the art on it, and it makes a really good backdrop. So that's that. Next up over here we have the deck boxes. So this is where I keep a playable version of each of the starter decks. So we'll have a brief look at those shortly. Just going to move these to the side. Over here we have booster boxes. They aren't full, they no longer contain the packs because I've opened them obviously, but there are some things that I store in these boxes. So we will go through that. I have one from each of the three sets that have been out, so 1.0, 1.5 and BT4. So we'll go through those in a little bit. Some cool stuff in there and some not so cool stuff. At the back we have the sweepstakes, which I have shown off in my original collection video, but I will cover that in this one as well. And then we have the folders. So the orange folder returns. This is the promo and alt art folder. We have the purple folder, which is BTs 1 to 3. And then we have the grey folder, which is BT4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself into a good position, and then I'll be right back and we'll start looking at these items in detail. Be right back with you. Okay everyone, we are back and ready to have a look through some of these things. So we're going to start off with the bulk, because that's not particularly exciting, but you'll be able to see just how much bulk I have accumulated. So I have opened two of every set, two boxes that is, of every set that has come out so far, and also some loose booster packs from starter decks and some that I just bought, and premium packs and things like that. So I have a lot of bulk, and I keep the commons, uncommons and regular rares in boxes like this one. So the Tamer's Evolution box is a really nice box to use for bulk. I would love to have more of these to store my cards in, but that's quite an expensive cardboard box, so I'm not sure it would be worth the investment. But anyway, let's have a look at what we have in here. So as I said, this is BT 1 to 3. So we have the commons and uncommons outside of sleeves, and then the rares I finally decided to put into sleeves. I've been saying on previous videos that I don't sleeve up the rares, even though they have foiling on them, just because you get a lot of rares, you get 2 per pack. So I haven't been sleeving them up, but I've decided to finally bite the bullet and sleeve them, because if you're not familiar, I think starting with BT6, which I think is called Double Diamond, they are actually changing up the card designs when it comes to rares and super rares. So every rare, starting with BT6, it will have foiling around the outside like an SR, and the super rares, the SRs, will have like more intricate designs with the hollow pattern. So that's really exciting, but also that's going to drive me nuts because I'm going to have to sleeve every single rare. So I figured I might as well sleeve every rare in my old sets for consistency, and really I should have been doing it anyway because because of the foil on it. So some of these, because they've been loose, they may have had a little bit of wear on them, but I don't exactly get them out and shuffle them around or anything like that, so you know, they stay in this box safely, so they should be okay. So let's just have a peek at some of these cards. So what do we have here? Problem is, if I take one out, we'll probably lose its place. Metal Tyrannomon from BT1. You know what, let's take out a chunk. Let's take out this chunk here. That's what's in this chunk, so you can see. Got a lot, it's got some Slash Angemons, Goblimons, lots of those. You see, just got quite a lot of each card in here, because obviously you get a lot of commons and uncommons in a booster box. So yeah, they all live in here. Let's put this back. There we go. Without causing any damage. So that's BT1, and then like I said, the rares are sleeved. So what I'll do is I'll get out some of these ones. So I've separated these out here. So you've got the commons and uncommons from BT1, the rares from BT1, common and uncommon from 2, rares from 2, and then the common and uncommon from 3, and the rares from 3. I actually ran out of space, so I had to move some of these rares to the side. See if I can get these these out without damaging them. Oh, Lord, they're very slippery. There we go. Let's get some of these out. So you can see they've got the gold foiling on them. Lady Devimon out here, she's actually got some value at the moment. And it's got some tamers. So yeah, so that's the bulk from the first 3 sets. I keep that in this box. It's quite a long box to keep everything in, but it does the trick. Let's move this over to one side, and then the bulk from Great Legend and starter decks lives in here. So just like with the other bulk, I've got the commons and uncommons outside of sleeves. So for example, we've got Falcomon, what's this, Dokunamon, Lotusmon, Blimpmon, and then I've got the rares at the back. So we've got Pancholeamon, got Cerberusmon, can't see that very well. So commons, uncommons, and rares there. And then over here we have the starter deck bulk. So you've got spares from all of the 6 decks. So you've got red, you've got blue, got yellow, green, black, and purple at the back. And then you've got the rares from those sets. Let's get those out. So yeah, so I've sleeved up these rares as well. So we've got the red ones, blue ones, yellow, green, black, and purple. So I keep those in sleeves to keep them scratch free. And then I also have the deck box that came with the Tamer's Evolution box, which currently is containing some of the cards which I have decided that I'm not going to sell, at least until their prices go up. I've also got the deck separator and the memory counter in here from the Evolution box. So yeah, these are cards which have basically tanked in value, but they are, so they're SR or alt arts. They're rarer than regular rares, and the cost involved with like shipping them and selling them to people is just not worth you know, with the effort that it puts in, so I decided to keep them for now until their value maybe increases. So I've got a couple of the Rise Greymon promos from the premium pack, and then I have one each of the super rares from the starter decks. There you are. So keep a hold of those, and they live in this deck box because I might as well make use of it. Okay, that's all the bulk out the way. So you may be wondering, where is the bulk of my super rares? I don't actually have duplicate super rares, with a couple of exceptions which we will see, but the way that I collect is I buy, you know, 2 booster boxes, and within those boxes I always get duplicate super rares, so I will sell those super rares back to be able to then buy any cards that I'm missing. And I'm always missing some cards from a set, so that's why I don't have any duplicates. Okay, that's the bulk. Next up, we'll just have a quick look at the starter decks. So you may have seen these before, but what I do is I buy the decks and I buy them a deck box in the same color. So you see you've got here all 6: Venom's Violet, Machine Black, Giga Green, Heaven's Yellow, Cocytus Blue, and Gaia Red. And I keep them in their coloured box with their coloured sleeves. So this is the purple deck, and you see I've got purple sleeves. I've got white sleeves for the Digi Eggs, so I don't get them mixed up. And it just means that I have playable copies of these decks, so that I can mess around, you know, with friends, or maybe could do some stuff on webcam. But as I've said before, as much as I think the game sounds really interesting, and I do like card games in general, I just don't get too into them. So I figured at least if I have some starter decks, I can play them without needing to worry about, you know, constructing meta decks or anything like that. So it's fun to have those. The next thing to show briefly will be the Sweepstakes Folder. So for those who don't know, that was a sweepstakes ran by Bandai. I think it was towards the end of 2020, or maybe it's just into 2021, not sure. And basically you just entered your details and you had a chance of winning, and I won, so that was pretty cool. I think quite a lot of people won. That might just be because not many people entered, though, to be fair. But it was a joint effort between the Digimon card game and the Dragon Ball Super card game. So you got some Dragon Ball Super cards. I think there's 2 in here, but I've kept them sealed because I'm not really interested in Dragon Ball, and potentially these will have some value. But I didn't want to sell them either, because I kind of feel like it's the complete package, is the Digimon and the Dragon Ball cards. So I have kept that. But anyway, you get this cool looking folder. Promotion pack version 0.0 special edition. So there was a promotion pack 0.0 which came out when the game came out. That contained these 6 cards on it, and that was just a white booster pack with the 6 cards in. But the sweepstakes was to win the special edition of that pack. There's the pack art, if you're wondering. That's what it looks like. And the special edition contains those 6 cards, but individually sealed inside this folder. So they're sealed inside here with a seal over the top. And it's got some information there about the cards, the app. And yeah, it's a pretty nice collector's item. I don't think it has a significant amount of value, but that doesn't matter to me, because it's just really nice to have something that I actually won from a competition. It's got my name, my address on it, which hopefully I didn't show in this video. I'm fairly sure I didn't. But yeah, so that's a cool addition to my collection. Next up, we have the booster boxes. So I keep 1 of each box, so that's 3 so far, and I use them for storage, not bulk obviously, because I've showed you where I keep those, but I keep other things in here. So in box number 1 is where I keep my booster pack wrapper collection. So you may have seen this in my original video, but I keep at least 1, usually 2, of every booster pack that I open in an unsealed booster pack. So if we have a look at these, you know, they've had the tops chopped off, nothing in them, but I like to keep the wrappers, because this is the sort of thing that I would have wanted to do as a kid with Pokemon cards. You know, if I'd kept some of the wrappers from like base set 2 and things like that, they would, I mean, they would have some value nowadays, just the wrappers, but also it would be really nice as a collector's item. It's one thing collecting the cards, but having sort of like a historical idea of what the packs were like, you know, that really speaks to me. So I've got at least one, if not two, of all the packs that I've opened in here. So we've got booster version 1.5. We've got a Great Legend, got a special box promotion pack. These were the box toppers from version 1 and 1.5. Got a couple of version 1.0s in here, different pack arts. That's one thing that did disappoint me about Great Legend. They only had one pack art, which was a shame. With the other sets, you had 4 different ones, but it is what it is. We've got the Great Legend pre-release packs here, which contained the pre-release gold stamped cards, which we'll go over in a little bit. But yeah, really nice to have these because they're obviously very limited. We have Great Legend power-up packs, which you got one for each Great Legend booster box you bought. What's this? Some more box promotion packs. This is the promo pack that I was talking about. So I did actually receive one of these as well. And I opened it up foolishly because I actually, after receiving this, obviously won the sweepstakes and also received another set of sealed promo pack cards. So it's a shame I didn't keep this sealed because it is worth more sealed than unsealed. But it's still nice. I kept the booster obviously because I'm careful like that. Then we've got some dash packs. So we've got version 1.5 and a 1.0 dash pack, and then we've got two more of each, one more of each. We have great dash packs. So this was the Great Legend dash pack. We've got some more dash packs. Got loads of 1.0 dash packs, more 1.5 packs. Another dash pack. We've got the special memorial packs. There's another Great Legend. Special memorial packs that came with the 4 voted on card art. So that's really cool. So we've got those in there. Got some more 1.5. We've got Omnimon, got Imperial Dramon. There's the second one. Some more 1.0s. We've got Omnimon, Devimon, Diaboromon, and Gallantmon. So yeah, lots of booster packs, and I really do genuinely enjoy collecting these. Super fun. Okay, so that was what was in the 1.0 box. In the 1.5 box, I keep anything that I want to keep sealed, and any other special items that I don't want to misplace. So in here at the moment, I have a sealed box promotion pack from the version 1.0 1.5 box toppers. I've kept it sealed because there's only 6 cards in the set and I have all 6. So to me, this pack is worth more sealed than unsealed. I also have my 4 great dash packs. So that's what I had after opening my dash packs. In a previous video, I managed to pick up the free types that you could get in the first 3 packs because I had 7, so I get to keep 4 of them sealed. So that's exciting. I have a sealed 6-pack of the promos that come in the promo pack 0.0. My friend actually purchased these for me. I'm not sure how you actually obtain them in this format, but that's pretty nice. They seem like they've warped a little bit. Which I guess will happen when they're not inside a proper pack, but that's cool. And then I've also kept an empty premium pack, just because I thought it was a nice little package. So I'll get one of those. See, it's all about sentiment with me. I'm not I'm not necessarily in this for the money. I'm in it for what makes me, well, I guess what makes me happy, doesn't it? And then we've got the Great Legend box. So this, well, the way that I have it is that the latest box is my selling box, because usually it's stuff from that set that I am selling. So the Great Legend box is my selling box. Currently I have 3 cards that I am selling. We have 2 Gogmamons and 1 Mirage Galgamon. They're not selling very well. Their value is dropping and dropping each day. So at some point I'll probably bite the bullet and take them off of eBay and then wait until their price rises again, once they become a collector's item rather than a part of the meta. But yeah, they're pretty pants at the moment, so I haven't been able to sell them. And then I also have some sleeves, just some loose sleeves. When I buy singles, they come in all manner of different colours of sleeves, but I only use white sleeves for collecting my cards, so I keep all the extras in here. And then when I sell cards, I put them into these sleeves so that I'm not using my own. And then we've got a whole bunch of top loaders, which are just hard cases to keep cards in. And whenever I sell cards, I send them in these top loaders with some like thick cardboard and stuff, just to keep them safe in transit, make sure they don't take damage. So that's a Great Legend box. So that's everything that's in the that's not in the folder. So we've gone through all the other extra bits, and now it's time to have a look at the folders. So starting off, we have the purple folder, which contains everything from set 1.0. Now, when I say everything, I'm just moving this back. When I say everything, I mean the standard art versions of each card. I don't collect alt art cards. I have some that I have purchased and some that I have obtained from booster packs and other means like promo cards, but I don't go out of my way to collect the alt arts because there are quite a lot of alt arts, and some of them are quite pricey. So when it comes to collecting the game, I just collect the main set. So let's have a look what's in here. This is a thick folder, if you can see. So I'm going to lift this up and we're going to have a look. So starting off, we have set 1. So this is BT1. We've got the baby cards. Then we move into red. I really liked set 1. It's iconic for being like the first part of the rebooted set, with some nice Digimon World references like Tropical Jungle Muchomon over here. Yeah, we've got some SRs here. We've got Wargreymon and Garudamon. Moving into blue. Dolphmon is a pretty cool Digimon. I like Dolphmon. Got some more super rares. We've got Zudomon. We've got Metal Garurumon there, which is a very nice card. Very colourful. We have the yellows. Quite a lot to look at there. Got Magna Andromon and Seraphimon as the super rares on these pages. Moving into green. Very nice. Hercules Kabuterimon. And then there's the big boy over here, so Omnimon. So Omnimon I unfortunately didn't pull from the booster boxes or booster packs that I got. I had to buy him separately, but I did manage to pick him up for, I think it was 35 or 38 pounds, which is quite significantly lower than his trending value, and he's still a high price because he's quite good in the game. So it did cost a little bit to get him, but I do have him. So very happy to have that because you kind of need him to complete the set. I see a lot of people trying to sell like partially complete sets, and usually it's Omnimon that's the one that's missing. So we got the Tamer cards. Interesting, there's only one red, blue and yellow, but there's 2 greens. I'm guessing that's because when set 1 came out in Japan, they released along the starter decks the red, blue and yellow one, so that would have made you know, 2 of each color. Then we move on to the option cards. Then the secret rares, so we have Metal Greymon. Really cool, it's the Mount Infinity Metal Greymon fight in Digimon World. And Veedramon, who's cool, I guess. I did think he was a bit of an odd choice for a secret rare because he's just a champion, but you know, each to their own. So moving on to set 2, BT2. Got the baby Digimon. So BT2 was the one that introduced black and purple. Move on to the reds over here. Got Gallantmon. Very nice. Blues. You see, Veedramon in set 2 is just what was he, an uncommon? Yeah, so it's just interesting. And this art, I think, is much cooler than the secret rare art. So it is what it is. More blues over here. We have All Force Digimon, very nice. Moving on to the yellows. Shine Greymon, great card. Moving on to greens. Rust Tyrannomon, another really nice super rare. Into the blacks. I love this Numemon. It's just so everything about it. You know, in the usually in the English dubs they give Numemon like pink poop instead of brown. So I'm glad they kept their stuck to their guns and kept the original in. A couple of super rares there. We got War Greymon and Machine Dramon. Some purples. Very nice. Piedmon, Metal Garurumon. And we also have Diaboromon and Millenniummon. Millenniummon's a really nice card. And I think he's going up in value again because he's quite useful in the current meta. I did pay a good amount for him. I think it was close to 20 for him. It's not bad. Got Tamer cards. Got Rena from Digimon World on the PSP. I can't remember exactly what the name was. She's also in some other games, like Hacker's Memory. Maybe it's just Cybersleeve. Option cards. Quite a lot of option cards in this set. And then the secret rares. So we have Beelzemon over there. And Black War Greymon. See, those make for good secret rares. Moving on, we have set 3 over here, so we've got the babies, and moving into the reds. Blitz Greymon. Got Ragnar Lordmon. That's the super rares. Yep, some cool blue cards. Imperial Dramon and Leopardmon as super rares. Very nice. Got the controversial Angelwomon card over there. Kentaurismon. I like Kentaurismon, he's a cool guy. Got greens over here. Stingmon, classic. Sarasmon. Finally learned how to pronounce that correctly. Got some blacks. We've got Crescarumon and Craniumon as super rares. Going into the purples. And we have Mastemon, which is a really nice card. And we have Lilithmon as well. Pretty nice super rares. Tamers. Option cards. Then we have the secret rares. So we have Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode. And Omnimon Alter S, which again was a card I had to buy. I got him for 50 on the dot. Which is a shame. It's disappointing to open 2 booster boxes and get the same secret rare instead of getting one that I needed, but it is what it is. And then on the last page we have I have the memory gauges from version 1 and 1.5. So that's the purple folder for first 3 sets. Let's have a look at the grey folder for Great Legend. Let's open him up. So Great Legend I recently was able to complete. I opened 2 booster boxes, one of them on the channel, and the second booster box unfortunately didn't contain many of the cards that I was missing from the first box, which was a huge shame. But I have since been able to pick them up for relatively decent prices. And I'll go through the expensive ones, the expensive pickups as I go through. So we've got the babies. Moving into the red cards over here. Got Aldomon and Rise Greymon. That's super rares. It's the blues. We have Beowulfmon as a super rare. As well as Mirage Galgamon, we've already met him on today's video. Yellows with Meikumon and Meikrapmon, who I love. Now War Greymon. He was the last card I needed to get. Didn't pull him from any of the packs. He's quite meta because you can essentially use your own security to damage your opponent like even more than usual. So I think he is quite good. So I managed to pick him up for £9 in the end, which was not bad considering he was trending more around 15. But he has started to drop, so that's very nice. So you should be able to pick him up now. We've got the greens. Here, got Lilamon and Nidhoggmon as the super rares. Into the black cards. We've got Gorgomon, of course. Already seen him. We have Blastmon. Some purples. We have Dandevimon, and Plutomon was one of the few that I had to purchase as well, but he was only maybe £3. He was affordable. And then Chaosmon Valda Arm. For those who don't know, so if you look at this Chaosmon here, he's actually got a Bancholeomon on the left arm, and he has a Darkdramon on the right. Well, I guess that's his left and his right. Anyway, you know what I mean. But the Valda arm is called Valda because he has Bancholeomon on one and he has Valduramon on the other. So if you look at Valduramon, where is he? Have I gone past him? Yes, Varaduramon. Sorry, excuse me. So you see his head, Varaduramon. You come back to here. That's his head. So that's why it's called Valda arm. I'm guessing that's just a translation thing why it's called Valda instead of Varadura. But anyway, I had to pick him up. It cost me $12.50 or $13.50. It was quite a lot for an SR for me anyway. But you know, you do what you have to do. Then we have the Tamers. We have the option cards. And then the creme de la creme, of course, the secret rares. We have Ancient Greymon and Ancient Garurumon. So Garurumon I pulled from my second booster box, and Greymon I had to buy, but I think he was only 15, so he wasn't too bad for a secret rare. And then the final pickup was Lucemon. Lucemon is an expensive card because he's very, very meta for yellow. So I had to pay, I got him for 35, which was a very good price considering that he was usually no lower than 40 or 45. So 35 I was quite happy about. And then of course I've got the two memory gauges. So not too bad. That's the BT4 box. Let's have a look at, sorry, not BT4 box, the BT4 folder. There's nothing else new, see. I expect to fill out the pages with the next couple of sets. Now it's time to look at the promo folder. Here we go. So the promo folder is where I keep all of my alternate arts and promo cards that don't come from main sets, and it's pretty filled out. I've got quite a lot of stuff in here, a lot of stuff new to show off. So here we go. So to start off with, we have the alternate arts that come with the Tamers Evolution box. So you can't really tell from here, but these are holographic, but they're very, very shiny. So you've got Shadow Wing and Gaia Force. You have Hammer Spark, Cocytus Breath and Heaven's Gate, and Heaven's Charm, which is a really nice one. Then you have Hornbuster and Flower Cannon. And this here is just one of the sleeves, one of the egg sleeves. So that's cool. And on the reverse page, we have the Japanese versions of the same cards. So I was planning to sell these because I don't collect the Japanese game, but I've kept them for now just because they don't have too much value, so it's just nice as a collector's piece. And there's one of the other sleeves. Moving on to the promo cards, so we've got one each of the version 0.0 promo cards, so 6 of those. We have, so these were the ones that were in the white booster pack I showed you earlier, with the box promotion pack cards from the 1 and 1.5 booster boxes. So we've got Garurumon and Weregarurumon, we have Agumon and Greymon, and then we have Veedramon and Tai Kamiya. So pretty cool. Next we have the Memorial Pack promos. So we've got a New World, DNA Digivolution, Palamon's Confession, and Ty's Growing Up. Next we have the Great Legend, Great Dash Packs, rather, promos. So we have Grand Kuagamon, Black Wargreymon, and we have Metal Garurumon, so pretty nice. Then we have Pulsemon, who was a Great Legend promo card. So you got him at pre-release events, so I managed to get him because I bought a pre-release box. And then we have the Great Legend Power-Up Pack promo. So I've managed to obtain a holo version of each one. So we have a Goodymon, we have Lobomon, Gatomon, Palmon, who I was very lucky to pull Palmon from my packs because she is the most expensive by far out of all of these. We have Sunarizamon, and then Demi-Devimon. Demi-Devimon was the last one that I needed to get, and I picked him up for about 14, which is quite a lot for just a promo card, but he has quite a lot of value because he's quite playable, so yeah, was happy to pick him up. So those are my promos, the ones that have a P on them. So that's their set number is P- something. The only things that I'm missing at present are what's between Tie and A New World, which are the tournament pack cards. So there were 8 promos that were exclusive to tournaments, and they are very expensive. So I don't have those, and I probably won't ever get them unless they drop in price or they get re-released somehow. So I'm hoping for the re-release, because otherwise I'm probably never going to get them. So moving on. On the other side of this page, we have some of the non-holo versions of the Great Legend Power-Up Pack promo. So these are the 2 non-holos I got. I probably will get the other ones just for completeness, but for the time being, I'm not worrying about it. Then we have the Dash Pack 1.0 and 1.5 cards. So all the alt arts you get in the Dash Packs. That includes Blitzgreymon. Then we have alt arts from booster packs. So we have Omnimon, who's my pride and joy from this set, the most expensive card in the game, full stop, who I pulled from my pre-release 1.0 box. Very lucky to get him. Very happy. And then Metal Greymon as well, an alt art secret rare. Very happy to have him because I do have cards from the original Digibattle cards game, and it's just really nice to have this one. We have Leopardmon, which I actually picked up for £12. We have Ulforce Veedramon and Mastemon, who I got from my 1.5 boxes. We have, of course, Rise Greymon from the premium pack. And then we have my alt arts from Great Legends. So we have Agumon, Rise Greymon, and Devimon, who's very nice. Okay, over here we have box toppers. So we have 4 of the 1.0 box toppers. I got Joe and Kari were in my boxes, and then Sora and Izzy I picked up for decent prices. We have the 1.5 box toppers, Airdramon, Ankylamon, Garurumon. I actually had 2 Airdramons, so I sold one and I bought an Ankylamon and Garurumon for a good price. And then the Great Legend box toppers, I had 2 ties, so I have 1 in here. One of them I sold. On the other side are some oddities. So I actually have the Tamer Pack 2, I think is what they're called, cards. You're meant to get these from battle events, Tamer events basically at game stores, but I got them online. They're only £5 each, so I'm quite happy to have those in my collection. They're just alt arts of starter deck cards, although I think Lilymon is from BT1, yeah, but they're very nice. I have pre-release stamped cards as well from BT4, so we've got my Missaimon, Shine Greymon, Sunflowermon, and Tai. So very nice. Those are all the promos and alt arts, and then the last thing is in the back of the folder is where I keep one each of the starter deck cards, because they're really nice, and I wanted to have one each in a folder. So we've got Gaia Red over here. We have Cocytus Blue, Heaven's Yellow, we have Giga Green, one of the new additions, Machine Black, and Venomous Violet. And that, my friends, is everything that I have to show you. So thanks very much for bearing with me on this particularly long video. It's nice to go through everything and just reflect on what I've collected. I'm very happy with my collection. I have spent a quite a decent amount of money, but nowhere near what people that play the game or, you know, like investors put into it. I'm just kind of collecting one of everything for my own amusement more than anything else. But, you know, loving collecting the sets, looking forward to new releases coming out. Let me know how your collection is going in the comments. If you have any questions about the cards, hit me up, of course, and I'll be sure to be back in the future with a new video. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.